These aren't merely the cold calculations of accountants or the abstract formulations of mathematicians, but rather the very language through which the cosmos reveals its deepest mysteries. From the perfect spirals of galaxies to the hidden symmetries within a single flower, sacred mathematics has been humanity's key to understanding the veiled architecture of reality itself. 10 dots arranged in a perfect triangle, 4 rows forming the number 10. How could such a simple geometric figure be so revered that ancient philosophers would swear sacred oaths upon it? Why would mystics across millennia and spanning continents develop elaborate systems of numerical correspondence to decode the very fabric of existence? What if the mathematics you dismissed in school was actually a concealed doorway to altered states of consciousness and cosmic understanding? Pause as ethereal music swells. The ancient Pythagoreans had a saying, "Number is the ruler of forms and ideas and the cause of gods and demons." In their secret society, initiates would swear by the Tetractys, declaring, "By that pure, holy, four-lettered name on high, nature's eternal fountain and supply. The parent of all souls that live be, by him, with faith find oath, I swear to thee." This wasn't mere superstition, but recognition that mathematics transcends the visible world to touch something eternal. I invite you, fellow traveler of hidden pathways, to journey with me beyond the veil of everyday perception. Together, we'll explore how diverse civilizations independently discovered that numbers contain codes that reveal the architecture of consciousness itself. You are not merely watching a video about ancient mathematics. You are remembering a language your soul has always known, a primordial code that resonates in the very atoms of your being. The universal language spoken before words existed. The mathematics of mystery. Close your eyes for a moment, wherever you are. Feel the rhythm of your breath. 1, 2, 3. Each count marks not just the passage of time, but your participation in cosmic patterns that extend to the farthest reaches of the universe. This simple act of counting connects you to an ancient lineage of mystics, philosophers, and seers who discovered that numbers are not just quantities, they are qualities of consciousness. In the next half hour, we will traverse extraordinary territory together. We'll decode the sacred geometry of the Pythagorean Tetractys and discover how 10 simple dots contain the mysteries of music, cosmology, and consciousness. We'll explore how Jewish mystics used Gematria to find hidden meanings within sacred texts, revealing connections between words of equal numerical value. We'll witness how the Maya encoded vast astronomical knowledge within their calendar systems, synchronizing human activity with cosmic cycles. But we won't stop at historical exploration. We'll connect these ancient systems to modern mathematical concepts like fractal geometry, showing how ancient intuition anticipated scientific discoveries millennia in advance. Most importantly, you'll learn practical techniques for using numerical meditation to access specific states of consciousness, transforming abstract concepts into lived experience. The reverence for sacred number systems emerges independently across cultures separated by vast distances of geography and time, suggesting a universal truth being discovered rather than invented. In ancient Greece, Pythagoras established a mystery school around 530 BCE, where mathematics was not merely a practical tool, but a spiritual discipline. Having studied with Egyptian and Babylonian priests, he synthesized a system where numbers revealed the hidden architecture of reality. At the heart of his teaching was the Tetractys, a triangular figure consisting of 10 points arranged in 4 rows. This simple arrangement was considered so sacred that Pythagoreans would swear oaths upon it. The Tetractys symbolizes the 4 classical elements, air, fire, water, and earth, and represents the organization of space itself. The first row represented 0 dimensions, a point. The second row, 1 dimension, a line. The third row, 2 dimensions, a plane. And the fourth row, 3 dimensions, a tetrahedron. In this elegant symbol, Pythagoreans saw the entire cosmos encoded. Across the Mediterranean, Hebrew mystics developed Gematria, a numerological system where Hebrew letters correspond to numbers. This practice first appears in rabbinic literature around 200 CE in the Baraita of the 32 Rules. The Sefer Yetzirah, believed to have been written in the 2nd century CE, elaborated this system, concerned with God's creation of the universe through the powers of the Hebrew alphabet, and with the permutations of God's name. Meanwhile, in Mesoamerica, the Maya developed a sophisticated calendar based on a ritual cycle of 260 named days and a solar year of 365 days. This wasn't merely for tracking time. It was a comprehensive system for understanding cosmic cycles and their influence on human consciousness. The Maya believed these numerical patterns connected human experience to divine reality. The Pythagorean Tetractys reveals its first profound secret when we examine its mathematical properties. The 10 dots arrange themselves in a triangle of 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, and 4 dots respectively. This forms the 4th triangular number. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10, embodying perfect mathematical harmony. But the revelation deepens. The Pythagoreans discovered that this arrangement encoded the fundamental ratios of musical harmony. The rows can be read as the ratios 4 to 3 perfect 4th, 3 to 2 perfect 5th, and 2 to 1 perfect octave. 1 octave. When you hear the pleasing harmony of these musical intervals, you're experiencing the mathematics of the Tetractys translated into sound, literal music of the spheres. Soft musical demonstration of these intervals plays. The Tetractys wasn't merely symbolic. It represented the musica universalis and the cosmos. The first row symbolized unity, the monad. The second row, power and the interplay of limits and unlimited, the dyad. The third row, harmony, the triad. And the fourth row, the cosmos itself, the tetrad. These weren't abstract concepts, but lived experiences of consciousness itself. As one ancient Pythagorean prayer declares, "Bless us, divine number, thou who generated gods and men. O holy, holy Tetractys, though that contains the root and source of the eternally flowing creation." This reverence stemmed from direct perception of how mathematical relationships structured both external reality and internal states of awareness. The revelation of the Tetractys is this: reality itself is mathematical in nature, and by contemplating these perfect numerical relationships, we align our consciousness with the cosmic order. The Tetractys becomes a meditation device, a sacred mandala through which we can experience direct communion with the mathematical intelligence underlying all existence. Beyond the Pythagorean system lies an intricate web of sacred number codes that span cultures and epochs. Let us venture deeper into this labyrinth of divine mathematics. In Jewish mystical tradition, Gematria reveals hidden connections between concepts through numerical equivalence. The term itself derives from the Greek gematria, showing its connection to sacred geometry. When Jewish mystics discovered words with identical numerical values, they perceived a hidden relationship ordained by divine intelligence. By the 1200s, the Hasidim of Ashkenaz German pietists practicing a mystical form of Judaism used Gematria extensively in their spiritual writings. Their work influenced Abraham Abulafia of the Castilian school of Kabbalah, who developed meditation techniques centered on contemplating different names of God. For these mystics, numbers weren't abstractions, but vibrant realities that provided access to divine consciousness. The Maya calendar system represents perhaps the most sophisticated ancient mathematical system for tracking cosmic cycles. Their calendar combined a 260-day ritual cycle with a 365-day solar year to form a longer cycle of 18,980 days, or 52 years, called a calendar round. With incredible precision, they tracked Venus, lunar phases, and eclipse cycles, embedding this astronomical knowledge within their numerical system. The 260-day cycle, Tzolk'in, consisted of 20 named days combined with numbers 1 through 13. Each combination had certain fateful characteristics, connecting human consciousness with cosmic influence. The Mayan long count, starting from what most historians identify as August 11th, 3114 BCE, measured vast cycles of time, grounding human experience within a profound cosmic context. What emerges in these diverse traditions is a remarkable insight. Consciousness itself has mathematical properties. Different number systems access different states of awareness. The Pythagorean Tetractys, with its emphasis on the numbers 1 through 4 and their sum of 10, creates a particular configuration of consciousness. Gematria, with its letter-number correspondences, generates another. The Mayan calendar, with its interlocking cycles, yet another. Visual transition to modern mathematical concepts. Modern mathematics has rediscovered these principles through fractal geometry, self-similar patterns repeated at different scales. When Benoit Mandelbrot mapped the Mandelbrot set in 1980, he revealed an infinite boundary of mathematical beauty that ancient mystics would have immediately recognized as sacred geometry. The ancient intuition that reality is structured mathematically has been vindicated by contemporary science. How can we integrate this ancient wisdom into our modern lives? The answer lies in numerical meditation techniques that use number sequences to induce specific states of consciousness. One simple yet profound practice comes from understanding that meditation doesn't require complex philosophy. It can be as simple as counting to 10 with full awareness. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and on each exhale, mentally pronounce a number from 1 to 10. When you reach 10, start again. When thoughts arise, as they inevitably will gently return to your counting. This practice connects you to the Tetractys, as you experience each number as a quality of consciousness rather than a mere quantity. 1 represents unity, 2 represents duality, 3 represents creative synthesis, and 4 represents manifestation. As you count through these numbers, you're not just marking time, you're moving through states of awareness that correspond to cosmic principles. For a deeper practice, visualize the Tetractys arrangement as you count. On 1, see a single point of light at the apex of a triangle. On 2, see 2 points of light on the second row. On 3, see 3 points of light on the third row. On 4, see 4 points on the bottom row. By the time you reach 10, you've completed the entire Tetractys visualization, creating a geometric form in your consciousness that the Pythagoreans considered a key to cosmic understanding. You can also explore Gematria as a contemplative practice. Choose a meaningful word or phrase and calculate its numerical value using traditional methods or modern adaptations. Meditate on this number, allowing it to reveal deeper dimensions of the original concept. This practice connects language, number, and consciousness in profound ways. These aren't mere mental exercises. They're practical techniques for altering your state of consciousness. The rhythmic counting creates brainwave entertainment, shifting your awareness from beta waves, normal waking consciousness, toward alpha and theta, states associated with meditation and creativity. The numerical patterns themselves act as access codes to specific configurations of awareness. When we step back and observe these diverse mathematical traditions, a transcendent perspective emerges. What if numbers aren't human inventions, but discoveries. What if mathematical relationships exist independently of human minds, waiting to be perceived by consciousness evolved enough to recognize them? Plato proposed that mathematical truths exist in a realm of perfect forms, independent of physical reality. Modern mathematicians like Roger Penrose have suggested that mathematical structures have their own form of existence, what philosophers call mathematical Platonism. The consistency with which sacred number systems appear across cultures suggests they may be tapping into this objective mathematical reality. Consider how the Tetractys contain the organization of dimensional space: point, line, plane, and solid. This wasn't arbitrary. It describes a fundamental truth about how reality is structured. Similarly, when the Maya calculated that 5 Venus cycles equals 8 Earth years with extraordinary precision, they weren't inventing this relationship, but discovering it. The transcendent perspective suggests that mathematics is the interface between consciousness and ultimate reality. When we engage with sacred number systems, we're not merely playing with symbols. We're aligning our awareness with the underlying structure of existence itself. This explains why contemplating these patterns can induce profound shifts in consciousness. Modern science has unwittingly confirmed this ancient wisdom. Quantum physics reveals that subatomic particles behave according to mathematical probability functions. Cosmologists describe the universe using elegant equations. Neuroscientists discover that our brains process information through mathematical relationships. At every level of existence, from the quantum to the cosmic, mathematics provides the organizing principles. The ancient mystics intuited what science now confirms. Reality is fundamentally mathematical, and consciousness itself operates according to mathematical principles. By working with sacred number systems, we aren't escaping reality, we're penetrating to its essence. As our journey together approaches its conclusion, I offer you a cosmic invitation to recognize yourself as both mathematician and calculation, both observer and embodiment of divine proportion. The sacred number systems we've explored aren't relics of a superstitious past, but technologies of consciousness as relevant today as they were millennia ago. The Tetractys, Gematria, and Mayan calendar are different languages expressing the same fundamental truth. Consciousness and cosmos share a mathematical structure that transcends time and culture. I invite you to begin your own exploration of sacred mathematics. Start with the simple numerical meditation we practiced. Visualize the Tetractys during contemplative moments. Research the numerical values of words that carry special meaning for you. Notice the mathematical patterns that surround you in nature. The Fibonacci sequence in flowers, the golden ratio in your own body, the fractals in coastlines and clouds. Remember the words of the ancient Pythagorean oath. By that pure, holy, 4-lettered name on high, nature's eternal fountain and supply, the parent of all souls that live, be. When you work with sacred number systems, you're not adopting a belief system. You're recovering a primordial language that connects you to the source of being itself. The mathematics of mystery isn't about calculating your taxes or balancing your checkbook. It's about recognizing that the same mathematical intelligence that structures galaxies also structures your consciousness. When you align with these patterns, you're not escaping reality. You're penetrating to its essence. Our journey beyond the veil continues. In future explorations, we'll delve deeper into specific numerical systems and their applications for consciousness expansion. Until then, remember that you're not just observing cosmic mathematics. You are the calculation itself, a living embodiment of divine proportion. I am Thaloria, and I'll meet you beyond the veil.